right. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I'm just seeing who's in chat. I see we got Joe in 3D Experiments. Tor's here, of course. It's mandated that, he's on the live streams, um, see, Mears. Who's in chat? Who's watching? Come on, people, speak up. We got 17 concurrent viewers. I'm sure it'll spin up as soon as we get YouTube actually sending out notifications. I'm just curious to see who actually got notifications from the from YouTube. There we go. I see SKL, Matthew, Savag. Yeah, SKL, I recognize you. You've been here for a while. Is that a Benchi in your profile picture? I can't tell. You got it from Twitter? Let's see. Oh, hey, I forgot to turn the bot on. Hang on. I was like, I know I forgot something. The bot is firing up right now. I forgot to turn the bot on. Hang on, don't post any questions yet. The bot will do it. Why did my lights not turn on? Oh, you know what? No, my door is not locked. Okay, well, let's see. Apparently my YouTube notifications, or my YouTube plugin for my Home Assistant, didn't turn all my stuff on, so I had to do it manually. Damn it! And we're gonna put the lights to the best color, which is blue. Fight me. Okay. There we go. We got people coming in. YouTube must be actually sending out the notifications. The DOGs are already looking at me. You seem side-eyeing me. I love treats. Treats are my favorite thing. Treats and ball. I love playing with balls outside. They're my favorite thing to throw the balls around. Yeah, balls outside are fun to throw. What? Hi, I wasn't talking to you. Anyways, let's get into the video here. So if you guys caught the last thing, we got some new stuff for the SV06 Plus. We launched our new Pro version of the cooling fan duct. Those are on the site and shipping now. And if you guys have the original version, I'm just going to call the V1 the one that was somebody else's design. You can get just the printed parts and switch those over. The hardware is the same, so we actually designed to use the same hardware. And we actually are working on some other basic ducts like this, like basically stock cooling fan upgrades. We're working on a really easy one to do for like the Ender 3s and the CR10s, that kind of hot end carriage. Because I know not everybody wants to replace their hot ends and use something like, our multi-mount, which you have to change a hot end out. So Tor and I are working on having simple 5015 upgrade kits for certain printers. So if there's a printer model you guys would like us to do a duct for and turn that into a product, let us know, because we're going to be standardizing on, kind of like a nice assortment of screws that will cover a bunch of different models and printers, so we can start launching that and make it easy to get better layer fan cooling, because I know how daunting it can be to figure out what duct should you print from Thingiverse, and you print it and then things don't fit right. Like that was one of the other things we changed on the SV06 one, is like, just the nut capture was a little too tight on one of them, so we made that better. I like to sit here and refine things. It's one thing if you're just making something for yourself and then sharing it, but if we're going to sell something, I want it to be more refined and, easy to install without little weird things like having to pull a nut through, or start doing more things on our own to do better cooling and make it easier for people to install. So I'm just reading through chat here. Let's see, the bot is connected, so let's see, I'm just going to do a test here. And did it pick it up? It did. So the bot is working. There we go. Okay, so I think since the last stream, I'm trying to remember when we launched Polymaker, but we now carry Polymaker filament. So if there's a color that you buy regularly, let us know, because we can add it onto our order, and then you guys can get it through us if you'd like. We are official Polymaker reseller. I also am getting ready to send a payment to CookieCAD. So if you guys haven't heard of CookieCAD, they're another like kind of niche, kind of cool filament manufacturer. So we're getting 3 of their colors in. They're top sellers. So we'll be having a couple more of those. If CookieCAD is watching, the reason we haven't sent payment is because Chase was down all day yesterday, and I couldn't send wire transfers or ACHs, so that was fun. I'm going to be sending money to all sorts of vendors later tonight because it's actually working now. How many of you guys have Chase and noticed that their payment system was offline? Because we were like, I was logging in here, and my mother, Karen, who helps out with the accounting and stuff, she was like, well, I can get on my computer, and I was like, well, I got to send a wire transfer. And then she went to go do it, and she's like, oh, it's not loading. I was like, okay. And then we found out that it was a widespread issue with Chase. So that was fun. Let's see here. But yeah. What else do we have? So the next video stream, if you guys see here, and these are actually on the site already. This is the SV06 Plus mounting bracket for the Easy ABL. So the Easy ABL will go into the mount, and because this mount sits so low, you will have access to the side adjustment screw for our sensors here. I also posted a revised version of the mounting blocks that we originally made for the SV06. So you can see there's 3 holes. Those are still good for the SV06, and then I put 2 offset holes here for the Plus. So basically you use the same part for the Plus. So this actually just snaps up into the top here. So if you guys want to put lighting on your SV06 Plus, now I will mention you have to replace the board because of Soval's cheap assery with their with using the knockoff processors on their boards. So but I'm going to show you how nice this goes in. So this already has the Easy board in here. Give me 1 second here. We're just getting this camera set up here. It was not on. So you can see we have like the little holes here. So this is designed to just go up into these holes here. Actually, I'm going to put it this way because this is how it would be mounted. And pop it up in there. So you just plug the cable into the strip here, run it down to the control board. Our Easy Board V2, it's plug and play. You plug a cable into here, you plug the other end into the control board, and boom, you have lights. And then to get it down, you can just pull it out. It does stick in there pretty well because obviously we don't want it falling, but you can pull this out if you want. So these are on the website. So if you go on our help center and just type Easy Neo, you'll see like a mounting block page, and these are on there. So these work perfectly with our Easy Neo 220 strips, which are the LED kits that we carry. If you are going to be putting the Easy ABL on your SV06, you'll need the standard kit. So the control box, the sensor, the control box comes with the power wire, and then our 2-pin to 3-pin end stop cable. So, and then obviously you'll either need to purchase the mount or print them out. The mounts are available on our website for a couple bucks if you want to have us print it, and we are printing them ABS. We've actually switched all of our printed mounts now, only offering them in ABS because that's what people really want, and I don't blame them. I put all my mounts in ABS, so all those are ABS. Snaps PCB. Thanks, Tor, for the vote of confidence. So anyways, I will mention we are going to be posting out a job posting for the area here. So if you want to come work for us, this will be an entry-level position. We're probably going to start around the $14 to $15 an hour range, depending on experience. The experience is going to be just know how to use a computer. And be able to move things. We are not asking for any sort of prior experience. If you already have printer experience, that'd be great because the basic thing we need is help with packing orders, packaging product, QCing them. But I also want somebody that's going to be at least interested in learning how the printers work. So I'm willing to train them on how to run the print jobs, how to, not slicing right off the bat because we pre-slice everything. So basically you log into the printer, everything's pre-sliced, but be able to know how to start the print, adjust the first layer height. The bar is really low, just don't be an idiot. and have some common sense and be willing to learn. So we will be posting out a position, and this will be an on-site position. We have one remote person, and we're probably going to keep doing on-site people going forward, just because we need to be dynamic with where we have help. So if you know somebody in the area, we're in Northwest Indiana, we're in Hobart, Indiana. That's where we're at. So as long as you can get here and you live close and you're looking for a job, we'd like to get full-time, but we are willing to be flexible if, like, hey, you've already got something, or you only have part-time hours. We are flexible, but ideally I'd like to find somebody that's full-time that'd like to be here. And we've traditionally run the shop from like the traditional 9 to 5, but as you guys know who've been following me for a while, you guys know I'm kind of a night owl. Just working on projects, dealing with suppliers. So we have a lot of overseas suppliers to deal with. I have to be up late to deal with them. So the hours are very flexible. The shop is on its own separate setup. It's got its own bathroom and everything. We got door codes and everything. So yeah, it basically, we're flexible on hours. We're flexible on how many hours you want to work. We just need an extra hand. So right now, we're going to be putting together the posting. And so if you know anybody, or if you are somebody that's in the area and you're looking for work, let us know. I'll be making a posting where you can submit your application on our website later today, actually after the stream. So anyways, okay. Anything else I need to cover? Yeah, so I'm thinking not today, because I got a lot of stuff to get done today, but tomorrow, I'm thinking we do the stream on the Easy Neos and the Easy ABL on the SV06 Plus. And then that will basically wrap that printer build up. That one will be up to snuff in terms of what I'm looking, and that'll probably, I don't know if Krista wants it for her little print farm, or it's going to go out on our main print farm. So, I'm also curious to see, for those of you guys that have print farms, what do you guys use to manage your multiple printers? So we have Octoprint on all of our printers. I was looking at setting up either Octofarm or FDM Monster as like a management tool to connect to all the Octoprints. And then the other thing that was suggested by my brother Doug, who he sometimes catches the streams, he's usually Top Hat Waffle in here, is using Home Assistant, because Home Assistant integrates with Octoprint, and just basically setting up a page in Home Assistant. But I feel like that's a lot of work. I'm also going to be putting I have easy plugs on all my printers in here, but I'm also going to be rolling out easy plugs on all of our printers in the print farm. So basically, I'm overhauling the print farm, modernizing it. We are going to be putting 5015 cooling fans on all of our printers, so we can start doing more materials. Like our PLA machines are typically operated, but our ABS ones, we typically run stock cooling on them. But I'm finding that we're able to get better print quality at higher speeds with better cooling. My printers here have 5015 fans. You can see them running. They're actually running parts for the print farm right now. So these are all the new cooling ducts that are going to be going on to the print farm. I have a whole box of them somewhere. I put it somewhere. I'm not talking to you. Just get it over with. We got to get to the questions. Come on. Come on. Be needy. Come on. You're going to do it anyway. There it is. Here. Let's see how long he puts up with this. Is this what you wanted? You wanted attention? All right. So anyways, there's no questions in the chat. How am I supposed to answer? Oh, wait, hang on. Let me refresh it. Sorry, my thing didn't refresh. I take that back. There are 3 questions. Okay. We got my test question, and we got the 3 questions here. So, all right. So Justin Dybell says, I'm going to have to start stocking up on ASA soon. Project I'm working on finally went through. Cool, to patent pending, so all colors. Yeah, we did have some requests for ASA. So we carry ASA of our own brand. And I think that's like $20 a roll. It's really good stuff. It's just black ASA. So we have that. But yeah, I was going to look at getting some of the Polymaker ASAs in. So, we have some of their ABSs. I print a lot of ABSs. I'm wondering if we should start pivoting to ASA, but like our ABS profiles, they print so good. And I want to do some more testing like with thermals on ASA, because I'm told ASA is basically like ABS. And I've printed with ASA, obviously. But in terms of heat resistance, that's what I'm most concerned about. And that's why we do ABS, because I know ABS holds up to heat really well. All right. Three Express says, have you tested hardened steel nozzle for microswifts? Will you be carrying them? I have not tested theirs. I would assume just like their other stuff, it's pretty good. But we don't carry theirs because we have our own stuff that I think is better. We have our Easy Flow nozzles, which are copper plated nozzles, and those conduct heat better than the hardened steel nozzles. Hardened steel nozzles and steel nozzles in general are not good at transferring heat. They're good for a cheap nozzle to print abrasives with, but they do not transfer heat as well as copper nozzles. So my preferred nozzles are Easy Flow nozzles because they're copper. They transfer heat, and because they have that hard plating on them, they also stand up to abrasives. So carbon fibers, glow in the darks, that kind of stuff. So, and Harold, welcome to the Cult of TH3D. I recognize your name. I helped Harold out with his computer and his printer a couple days ago. Or was that last week? A week ago? I don't know. It's all a blur. Justin Dybell. Oh, yeah. Justin Dybell has the light diffuser. Actually, Justin, can you send that to me on Discord? I will add that to our Easy Neo mount page. If you have like an example of it on the strip, that'd be great too. I don't have time to print that right now, but I did see your pictures and it looked awesome. So he made like a light diffuser you can print in like a clear filament. Like we actually have a clear ABS. That'd be really good for that. That diffuses the lights. So it's pretty cool. Nicholas Hendley says, curious what the TH3D mixer box would look like. Well, we're using the 7x7x6 priority mail boxes, and it could have anything. So to give you guys an idea, we have bins of stuff in our print farm that are like, hot ends, extruders, control boards, stepper drivers, stepper motors, cables, nozzles, heat breaks, fans, power supply connectors, like the receptacles. Like we have just, imagine a printer just in bins of parts and anything to fix them. So we have so many of them at this point because like when we decommission a printer, if it's not worth selling, we will just part it out and it goes into the bins. Well, we have so much stuff, and then we also have like customer returns that like, somebody used an Easy ABL for like 3 weeks and it's clearly used. And we have enough replacements. So like, or, a screen that somebody sent back and it's got a scratch on it that we can't sell as new. We do keep that kind of stuff for like, warranty replacements because they're fully functional, but they're clearly used. But, we end up having too much and we put a lot of that in the mystery boxes. So I've been pretty generous with the boxes. As I'm packing them, I'm making sure I'm putting, there's a lot of random crap, but there's also useful stuff. So like I just got through like all the hot end parts. So like the last couple of boxes, those had some Easy Flow nozzles in there, which those are $15 a piece. And then I have yet to go through, I have all these drawers behind me that I'm going to go through, which those are like electronics projects parts. So like buck boost converters, sensors, Wemos board, like ESP boards, NeoPixel strips, like, the flexible cheap ones. I've got all sorts of stuff, and basically the stuff that all works. It's just I have so much of it, and we keep a certain amount, and it's like, well, we got all this extra shit. What do we do with it? I don't want to throw it out, and like my friends also have tons of crap, so I was like, well, we're gonna do the mystery boxes. So I think we've shipped out like 35 of them already. We have a lot of crap around here, so the shop is almost done being cleaned out, and then my office is next, which it could be anything. It could be electronics projects parts, printer parts. I can't tell you what's in them. That's why they're mystery boxes. So but people love them, and I try to put a decent amount of stuff in there to make it worth your while. It's also fun seeing what random crap, and I've actually had a lot of people that told me that they've been using a lot of the stuff that came in the mystery boxes, hey, random bolts and stuff, or jumper wires or whatnot. Yeah, that kind of thing. So it could be anything. 3D Experiments is our next question. He says, is ASA any safer than ABS for fumes? So I have been told that it is. I do notice that it smells less like burning plastic than ABS. It still does have an odor to it, but not as bad. We would need somebody who has more. What are you doing? Are you passing out in my lap? You realize you were 75 pounds, right? You are not a lap dog. I'm gonna have to put you down. My leg is falling asleep. Okay, we're gonna. Oh my god. Okay, ready? You can go lay down, sleepy boy. Um, okay. Yeah, so um anyways, yeah, so if it is it safer than fumes? I don't have the data. Maybe somebody else can chime in if they know, or send us a link. I'd be curious. So, I mean, we have HEPA filter. I have a HEPA filter in the corner there. We have two in our print farm. Um, it's never bothered me, but I've heard that some people who are more prone to being sensitive. I'm sorry if I'm yawning. I have not had a lot of caffeine today. Um, and yeah. Anyways, let me see here. Okay, where were we at? Where are the ASA? I dropped my pen. Hang on. There we go. I dropped my red pen that I use for marking things in red. Okay. Lilo Man says, does different communication protocols make a difference in prints like SPI, I2C, CAN, UART? That's a really weird question. I guess the answer would be as long as it's implemented correctly and the protocol being used can keep up with whatever data is being transmitted over there, it should be fine. I know CAN is becoming more popular. If you guys are not familiar with CAN, it's CAN bus interface. Basically, you can have like a breakout board on your print head with like a stepper driver for your extruder, MOSFET for the hot end heater, and a thermistor, maybe some I/O pins and stuff. But I've also seen people have a lot of issues with them. So it's another thing in the chain, which is another thing to go wrong. It's more complexity. Like, yeah, like, what's it called? Yeah, like CAN is cool, but I have not, it's not something I would probably use in a production environment yet, at least on like the DIY side. Hey, comment. Hang on, let's see. Can I have the toy? The one toy that still has a squeaker in it that you grab every time I'm streaming? Every time. You have other toys. Yeah, so anyways, I mean, I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure like on the screens, like these screens, these are using SPI if I recall correctly. Your SD cards typically use SPI. I'd have to look it up. I have so much stuff in my brain that I just know how to make things work, and remembering all the little details is not something that I'm very good at. So, all right. Let's see here. Are you... I don't know what this means. So are you polling in the footer to make your one printer? I don't know what you mean by that. Justin Adibel said it's in projects. Oh, the diffuser. Okay. That's easy for me to find. I'm going to see if I can find that. The diffuser for our lighting strips. Projects and show off. Let me see. Search. Diffuser. I'm looking here. I found it. How can I make this full screen in Discord? Can we like... Can I... Oh, there we go. I'll show this off because it's cool. So check this out. So this is what he was talking about, the Easy Neo light diffuser. So he made this little thing that goes over the strip. And then he printed out, looks like in white here, which would be good. I would probably use a clear one, but the white is good. But yeah, you can see it gives it a nice little diffused look to it. That'll do. So if you guys are looking for like a good ABS that's like pretty clear, we have our frost color, we call it. And because like that's really accurate, what it's the first thing I thought of when I saw it. Man, I've been trying to give Brave Search a go over Google, but like as much as I dislike Google, they do make a good search engine. So anyways, here, this is our Frost ABS, and you can see, why is my mouse not clicking? There we go. I just bought this mouse. It's like, why is the button sticking? Anyways, so we do have a nice clear ABS here called our Frost ABS if you guys are looking for one. Also, how many of you guys have noticed that we've been kind of working on redesigning the website? Has anybody noticed that we've been making some changes here? So kind of a cleaner layout here. You got your product categories. We got rid of some categories that we just aren't doing, that weren't popular anymore. Like the ANET ones are all gone, if you notice, because ANET is basically defunct at this point, as far as I know. So we've also changed up here. We got the on sale page linked at the top because people were asking about this. So you guys can see everything that is on sale in the shop. So if you just want to browse and see, hey, what are we clearing out? I'm going to plug this here because I know we got some home automation nerds. If you guys want some cheap D1 minis, and these are the 4 mega flash ones, not the like 1 megs that you'll sometimes get. We have those. They're $5, and then these are really good temp and humidity sensors for $3 if you guys want them. And these are not knockoff chips. So I'll show you what I mean. So like if I go to Amazon here, and I tell you this because this is something that frustrated me when I bought them, and they were horribly inaccurate. So like you can see here, I purchased these in May 2021. These are not AS Air chips. This is a knockoff. AOSong AM2302. If you want the good ones, AS Air is what you want for the DHT22. So these are knockoffs. These were if you look here, like these are also knockoffs. And the thing is too, I've bought some that say AS Air in the photos and they aren't. So like these are knockoff 2302s. These are knockoff 2302s. And these are something completely different. Who knows what's inside there. But anyways, I've had enough issues with them being reliable that I just go with the name brand ones if I'm doing a DHT22. And this is like a really good bang for the buck for a temperature and humidity sensor. So basically with these two little things here, you could print a case and give it USB power. And if you tie this to a GPIO pin, so you got all your IO pins on here for the ESP, okay? And you got your power and ground. This plus this, you can have yourself a nice little Wi-Fi connected temperature and humidity sensor. That's kind of why I got these two, and I was seeing if people would want to buy these kind of parts from us, and the answer is apparently not. So we're clearing them out. So I did keep a handful of them for myself, for my own project, so I use those in a lot of things. But the ESPs also can be used to drive LEDs. So like if you bought an Easy Neo strip with that ESP, you could actually make a little Wi-Fi connected light controller. That'd be kind of a fun project to show, would it? Would you guys be interested in seeing me whip that up? It would be a pretty short video, but basically I could take an Easy Neo with the D1 mini board, show you how to wire it up, put WLED on there, and then we could have it do all sorts of cool lighting effects and stuff. Let me know. All right. Now that I've been blabbering, hopefully there's some more questions in here, and there are. So, cheap and solid racks for 3D printers. The lac tables are super shaky. Yeah, I don't like the lac tables. I do not like the lac tables. Yeah, so I'll show you what I like here. Oh, and they have 11% back right now. Do they still have them? So I have these in the print farm, and you can see here you can buy like add-ons here. I also have a bunch of these freestanding units. I have 2 in my office here. The thing I like about these though is they're very wide. So these are 77 wide by 24 deep. And if you notice, they come with the wire grating. Now you can use them with the printers. I did not like it, so we actually cut pieces of wood to replace that. But this is what we have in the print farm here. These guys, these Edsel racks. And then they also make these where you can buy just like the half to bolt on. So if you already have the rack, you can go ahead and connect it like that. Does that make sense? So they share a post. If you want something a little cheaper, these are like usually around $100. Apparently they're on sale plus another 11% back. If you got Menards, I want to hear who here loves Menards in the chat. Come on, I love me some Menards. Oh, this one, I take this back. These are 18-inch deep. These are not the ones you want. You want the 24-inch deep ones. So 18-inch, you got to check this because some of them are only 18-inch deep. You want the 24-inch deep ones for printers. And I found that works for most printers. And Home Depot and stuff carries them. I'm just a Menards whore. So here, stuff like this, $120. These are good little printer racks. These are 48 wide. So to give you an idea, I got the same size. I got the fancier ones, so they have like covers over the little holes here. They look nicer. But they're same basic product. I can fit 2 printers per shelf. I can load up 6 printers on one of these racks. So 2 on the top, 2 on a shelf in the middle, and then 2 below. Basically right now I just have them on the middle, but I'm going to be putting some back up top, and then you just get a little step stool. But for cheap racking, these things are awesome. And then if you have multiple of them, I take big hefty zip ties and tie them together on the little things here, and that makes them even more stable. So there's some people I've seen whining about like, oh my god, they'll introduce vibrations in your print, and the audio, they don't. They're great. Yeah, but Edsel, EDSAL, they're a good brand for shelving. I've bought third-party shelving on the cheap end. By Edsel, EDSAL is the brand name. They make good stuff. I think they're also made in the US. I don't know. I think I remember seeing that, but honestly, I don't really care where they're made. They're just really good racks for a good price, you know, anywhere from 100 to 150 bucks, and you can have racking for, you know, 4 printers. Like this is what I usually do. I do 4 printers. So I do 2 on the middle, 2 on the top, and then underneath I keep all my filament, all my other random stuff. I have like the battery backups under there for the printers. They're awesome. So highly recommend them. And the nice thing is too, on those, they actually, they split in half. So if you want a workbench, a cheap workbench, you could put 2 of them side by side, and it's basically workbench height, which is what I have in my garage. Let me see. So if we look here, I'll bring over and share this. Give me a sec. I'm moving the thing over. So if you look at my workbench, oh, wrong one. So if you look at my workbench here, this is one of those racks side by side, and you can see there's crap on it, but I do use it for a workbench. My laser is actually right there. But yeah, that's one of those racks. I really like them. I have so many of them. It's not even funny. All right. All right, so cheap and solid racks. That's my answer. So Justin Earl said that was a Coach natural ABS lets light through. In those pics, I had to dial down the brightness of it. Okay, so that still lets a lot of light through. That's good. Savak said, sorry, is autocorrection. Are you planning in the future to make your own printer? We are trying. My goal is by the end of the year to have a kit printer with, like I said, the Mercury 1 for the motion system, our own frame, our own dual Z. I actually just got off the phone with a guy in Minnesota that does machining parts, and I'll be looping him in with Tor. Tor, you're finding out through the stream because I went from talking to him to the stream. But the brackets that we made for the dual Z Ender 5 style frame, I'm probably going to have him cut them here in the US because he does really good work. If you guys are familiar with our multi-mount system, he's actually the same guy who does the machining for the multi-mount parts, for the blue metal parts, which those right now are $5 off right now. So if you guys are looking to get into our multi-mount, which is a modular groove mount hot end system, that is really awesome. You can put all sorts of extruders on there, all sorts of cooling fans, ABL sensors, including the BL Touch on there. Check it out. All right. So yeah, but anyways, we'd like to make our own kit printer, maybe not an assembled one, unless it's local, and I probably would build one if somebody was local. I don't want to ship fully assembled printers. It is a nightmare. But the goal is to have our own frame, our own bed system, use the Mercury 1 on top of that, have our control board, our extruders, hot ends, all the other odds and ends we sell, and make a kit. And the goal is to have something that will print as fast as a Voron, but take significantly less time to build than a Voron. So, yeah. But like I said, as I said, we're hiring for another position. So right now I'm doing the work of multiple people. So once I get some extra help, then I can switch back gears to getting that push forward. I have 2 other projects that we're wrapping up right now internally. And then it's on to the printer. So we're a very small team here. We're like myself and 4 other people right now. So, yeah. All right. Cody K says, I'm using TPU, but I'm getting curling up on the corners, not peeling from the bed. I don't know what you mean by that. The temp is 195, got 0 string. How do I fix this? I'm trying to print a benchy. So for TPU, I would run it a little bit hotter, like 210 to 220. And if you get any popping, then that means, like as the filament's coming out, if you get excessive string, that means your filament's wet and it needs to be dried. And then in terms of the peeling up on the corners, I found that TPU likes a bed temp of anywhere from 70 to 80 degrees Celsius. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to plug our bed adhesive that we sell that works really well to stick stuff down. It might just be that you need to use a bed adhesive on the printer. And so we have stuff that's really, I'm typing and talking, and I can't do the same. I can't do both. If you guys want a really good bed adhesive, we have our bed cement that we launched, and it's been selling really well, and people have been really liking it. Also, if you guys bought the bed cement, leave a review, because that's what helps people. That's one thing our customers are bad at. You guys are bad at leaving reviews. If you guys bought a product from us and you like it, leave a review. You know, even if it's not a 5-star review, leave an honest review. And if you have a problem with our products, contact us. We actually get back to people, unlike a lot of the companies in this market. So this stuff right here, I'll go ahead and post that into the chat here for you. It's awesome. It's stuff I came up with this. This is our own formula. We're making it in-house. It's really good stuff. And those of you guys that mess around with Vision Miner, I like Vision Miner, but it's expensive and their bottles suck. We have a built-in tip that is an applicator, and we have two different sizes. It's $13 for a 50 mil or $25 for a 100 mil. So to give you an idea, Vision Miner for a 50 mil is like $25, and the 120 mil is almost $50. So we're way cheaper than them, and it works great. Now, we haven't tested it on like the more expensive or exotic filaments like Peak or Ultim, but we have tested it on all the stuff that you guys would be printing with. So your PLAs, PETGs, TPE, TPU, ABS, ASE, nylon, polycarbonates, carbon fiber fills, wood fill, all that stuff we've tested on, and it works great. So I will mention, just in case someone says, if you get the 100 ml bottles, they do have a seal on them. You got to take this little seal out before you can use it. We put this in here so that way it seals up really good during shipping. So anyways, check it out. How many of you guys have tried our bed cement already? And actually, you know what? I'm going to make a little code here and give you guys a little 10% off code that will be good for the first... Well, I'm going to have it expire at the end of today. So basically, anybody that watches this stream now or later, we're going to go ahead and do that. Hang on. I'm going to do a little code here. I'm just going to generate a random code. I don't need to get fancy with it. And I'm going to post it in the chat. And people rewatching this can see it in the chat here. Give me 1 second here. I'm making the code. Because I really like how it came out. The big thing is, over Vision Miner, not only is the bottle better, but if you guys have ever used Vision Miner, sometimes it holds a little too well. Our stuff tends to release a lot easier than their stuff. So, there we go. I'm posting the code in the chat right now. That'll be 10% off, and that will expire at the end of the day today. So as a little thank you for watching. If you want to try out our bed cement, there you go, 10% off. I forgot to set the expiration. Let's not. Hang on. Where? It was just in here. Oh, it's under marketing. Coupons used to be under with the WooCommerce menu back in the day. But, all right. There we go. The code is fixed. Okay. All right. Back onto the questions. Stick with TH Rudy. I like that. All right. Let's see here. JT is asking, what's the progress on the firmware for the 0G Mercury 1 / Hydra? So we will be having official support for the Mercury 1 with our EasyBoard V2. I don't know if we'll do it with other boards, but I can guarantee it with the EasyBoard V2 because that's a board we're going to want to use with that kit. If you guys are using our EasyBoard V2 with a Mercury 1 build, you can already do that with the DIY firmware that's available on our website. So make sure to check that out. Also, what do you guys think? I was playing around with this. This is just a template, but I was thinking about doing like a little ad banner here for products. You guys think that'd be good? I don't have one ready to go, but I made the template. So, all right. Yeah, Tor's running his Mercury 1 with our EasyBoard V2, and he can verify, but that's one of his more reliable printers, the Mercury 1 running Marlin, aka our Unified 2 firmware. David Brennan asks, any update on the SVO6 Plus Easy ABL? The mount is done. The video will be happening tomorrow. It's sitting right here. I have all the stuff to do it. Right here. Sitting on the printer. So I do have the EasyBoard in the printer, but it will work with the stock board. The installation process will be the same for the stock board as the EasyBoard. So you will need and I'll make a product page just like we did with the SV06. You will need the 3-pin to 2-pin adapter to go from the end stop port, the Z end stop port of the control board, to our Easy Boards 3-pin plug here. We sell these on the site already. But I will put together a page. So, but if you were to buy the SV06 one, you would get the wrong mount with it, but I'll make that after the stream. Let me write myself a note here and stick it to my monitor so I don't forget. Make SV06 plus Easy ABL page. All right. Sticking it on my monitor. I'll do that after the stream. There's also something else I got. Oh, I got to make the job posting. Make job posting. There we go. All the post-it notes. Oh no, I feel a sneeze coming on. Hang on. Okay. Anyways. Sorry. Okay. Next question. Just now, there's such a thing as being a filament being too dry? Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, I'm not aware of that being a problem. I think basically because it's plastic, the drier the better. The reason why humidity in filament is bad is because as you're extruding it, the humidity is wanting to boil off, which then creates voids when you're extruding. That's why the moisture in the filament is bad, because it makes it print like crap. So yeah, I don't think it could be too dry. You can definitely dry it at too high of a temp and make it warp all over itself, and then you ruin the roll. But yeah, 3 Experience says asking, will they, what? Oh, so YouTube's doing this weird thing where like it replaces a word with like some weird, oh, it replaced bed with this weird. So bed adhesive good as a release agent too. Yes. So our adhesive is designed to be an adhesive and a release agent. So basically there's a chemical in there that is the adhesive, and it gets stronger the hotter it gets. So basically the higher the bed temp, the more it's going to hold on. But there's also release agent, so when it cools down, the part releases easily off the plate. Most of the time, especially with PLA parts, when they'll just come off the plate. But if you have a flex plate, you literally just barely have to do anything to get them to pop off. So all right. Mike V, are you going to offer a Merc one with enclosure, Hydra kit, frame, etc.? So I don't think we'll be selling the frame that they have. I know they're working on their own frame. We've already been working on ours. Tor, when did you design? Like 7 months ago? Because our internal discussion was, how do we have a printer kit without, and use a Mercury 1, basically have a Mercury 1 without having to have a donor printer. Like right now, the Mercury 1, you need to have an Ender 5 or 5 Plus to turn into, you know, a Mercury 1 kit. So we designed our own frame. So, yeah, but maybe, I'm not going to say no, but we have our own that we're going to be moving forward with. So basically be a TH3D kit printer powered by the Mercury 1 Core XY. And I don't have a date. I'm not going to give you guys a date because I don't know how long it's going to take to fully figure everything out, figure out the hardware kits, figuring out what parts we're going to have to print, that kind of stuff. I don't want to sell you guys something that's half-assed or have to like be like, oh, this is a 1.1.4 or 1.1.20 and you need these parts. Like I want to make it so we get it right the first time and have all the stuff ironed out, and then maybe offer like incremental updates later down the road. You know, or revisions. I don't want it to be one of these machines where they're changing stuff every week or whatever, and then people are reprinting parts. I want to make sure that it works and we stick with that one model for at least 6 months or more, so that way people are not like, I just bought this, now there's a new version and I got to change stuff and print more parts. I hate it. Yeah. 3 Experience asking, are you carrying alternate print beds like FR4 or bare uncoated spring steel? So the problem with FR4 I found, because we have looked into doing this, that's like the Garolite type stuff. FR4 is actually a kind of PCB material, is getting them where they're actually flat. they're really hard to get them where they're flat. The problem is you can get them cheap, but they're not flat. If you get them flat, they're not cheap, because that material also is not really designed to be super flat, right? And it's not like a magnetic plate where the plate doesn't have, the plate can be, bent a little bit, but you're putting on a magnetic surface and it's sucking it down to the bed and then it's flat, right? I have not found a good supplier that can get them at a decent price where it makes sense to sell them. So no. I mean, I've even ordered Garolite sheets from McMaster Car and they're not flat. So yeah. Neil said, I missed out on your final sale of the non-texture plates. We do still have some left, and I'm going to plug those right now because I need to make room for new stuff. So right now we're going through and we're auditing all of our products, getting rid of stuff that is just a slow seller, or hey, it's like time to retire it type of thing. One of those things are the smooth flex plates. We are keeping the textured. So stuff right now that's on closeout is the smooth flex plates. So if you guys want to see which ones we have left, we have the 220 by 220s. Those are $8 a piece for a flex plate. 290 by 290s, which are the Ender 6s, for $10 a flex plate. And then we have the Ender 5 Plus, which are $20. The S4 size, or the Chiron size, which are 410 by 410, for $21. The CR10X Max are only $22. And then the S5 is $25, and these are new ones. Now, we do have, I think it's the only ones we have, we do have some B stock ones. So if you guys want a flex plate for your CR10 S5, I've got a couple of the B stock ones. And B stock just means that it's not cosmetically perfect. It's perfectly functional. There might be little scuffs on it. There might be like a little hair stuck under the film, but they're $8 for a 508 by 508 plate. You're not going to find that cheaper. That's below cost. That's well below cost. So, and there's 4 left, and we will not be restocking. So this is the last of our B stock flex plates. So if you got a 508 by 508, now's the time to grab a deal on that. And if you got any of these other sizes here and you want cheap flex plates, these are the sizes we have left. The textured, you can see here, we still have all the textured. The only thing I think we're going to be discontinuing in the textured will be the 220 by 220s, just because those were like ANETs and Wanhous, and those printers are gone. And those are on a little bit of a discount. And then I think the 235 by 310, yeah, the CR10 Mini, these will not be restocked just because it's not a size that's very popular anymore. The 255 by 300, those are for the Solval SVO1 series. We will keep those in stock. But yeah, so like this one and this one are getting discontinued in here. And then possibly, I think the 180s, I can't remember, whichever one the Ender 2 Pro doesn't use. I can't remember if the Ender 2 Pro is a 165 or 180. One of these is going to get discontinued in general, but we also have, like I said, the smooth PIs. And if you guys look at here, you can unselect if you select a variation. So like here, if I click this and I click this, I can't go back to smooth PEI, so I can uncheck this. You can also hit the clear button here. So you can see we have, this is another improvement we did on the site, where instead of a drop-down menu, you get these nice buttons that pop up. So it makes it easier to see what we have. But yeah, so we have those. Other stuff too, we still got deals on the 40 millimeter sealed bearing fan. So like if you got a fan on your Ender 3 or other 24 volt printer that's grinding, you can get a nice fan for $6. These are really good fans. We sell a ton of these. So we run some sales on certain things. Like the upgraded aluminum extruders, those are $5 off right now. Our tough tube is $1 off, and this used to be $10 a meter, and we've been getting better pricing, so I dropped down the regular price to $6. And then also our Easy Flow nozzles, because I want you guys to try these out. If you guys haven't right now, those are on sale for $12. They're actually normally $15. These are some of my favorite nozzles that we carry. They're really good for high flow. They're really good for clean prints. And the coating not only stands up to abrasives, but they also make it harder for stuff to get caked up on the nozzle. It takes a lot more buildup to actually stick to these things because of the coating on here. I have them on most of our printers, and they do make the print quality come out a little bit cleaner. So... all right, let's see if there's any more. There's one more question. I got time for a couple more questions. We are coming up on the 1 hour mark, but I got time for a couple more questions after this one. So Cody K, he's following up to his one about TBU curling up on the corners. He said he sticks solid at 50. I will try my, by curling, I mean, oh, any overhang. Oh, okay. overhang like the bow of the benchy. The material mid-print curls and it keeps running the nozzle. Try adding a little more cooling. Basically, play around with your cooling fan. If you're already maxed out on the cooling, actually try lowering it. You got to find a good middle ground. ABS kind of does the same thing. I used to not run much cooling on ABS, and I found that as we've tuned our profiles more and more, that ABS does actually really well with a decent amount of cooling. Not 100% fan, but like 50 to 60%. It gives a lot cleaner prints. It helps with the bridging. But the other thing, too, is if you turn it up too much with ABS, the layer adhesion gets poor. So you got to find that good middle ground for your printer. And that depends on what fan you have. That depends on how many ducts you have, whether you have the, a single side or a dual side or a triple or a full wraparound. But yeah, try playing with the cooling. So I think I might curl it up on the corners, like the corners of the print on the bed. That's usually what, that's why I was confused. You said not peeling from the bed. So that would be like curling up on the print itself is how I would phrase it. SKL, what do you use a cleaner, easy flow copper nozzles? Just a brass wire brush works great. I don't have to do it often, maybe once every other month or so. I mean, these two behind me both have them in there. I mean, this was printed on my Ender 6 here at 120 millimeters a second with the easy flow nozzle. It's got our easy board in there. We're running input shaping. Came out really nice. This was a batch of like 20 of these that I pulled it out of here. So really clean print. Yeah. Any more questions? I'm going to make the SVO6 Plus page. We're going to schedule the stream. So the next upgrade we'll be doing on the SVO6, and this will wrap up our upgrade series on that. We'll be putting on our Easy ABL on there, getting rid of their stock sensor. The nice thing is, if you guys do have an SVO6 or SVO6 Plus and you want to run other bed materials to print on, like glass or like the Garolite sheets, the FR4 stuff that the stock sensor will not detect, our bed sensor will detect those type of surfaces. So it's one of the advantages of them, other than them just being more accurate and more reliable. So, all right. Any other questions here? Bueller. I'm just going to look through chat and see if there's anything interesting in here. Your experience says, how reliable are those 24-volt brick power supplies for heating beds when used with an external MOSFET like the one I sell? I would not use brick power supplies for heating beds. They are typically very low amperage. I would stick with Meanwells, and you can print a cover to make a Meanwell be able to like sit on your desk or whatever, or mount to the printer. I would not use brick power supplies for heating beds. The only time I've seen brick power supplies used correctly is when they're on like smaller printers, like the little Weebooks there, or not Weebooks, the Tina 2. That's just a little basic printer, no heated bed. Typically your power bricks are going to be under 5 amps output for most. Now there are some out there that are bigger than that. But typically it's going to be for lower wattage items, because as you get higher in the wattage of the power supply, they're going to need active cooling. And typically you don't find power bricks with fans in them. There are some, the old Xbox 360 one comes to mind, but the majority of them are not designed for that type of application. Or the Tico. I have a Tico sitting here. My buddy gave me a Tico, no power supply, so I had to wing it. But I have a Tico sitting here. Oh, you want to see? Thanks for reminding me, Tor. So this is the print quality from the Tico. Look at that. So it doesn't look terrible, but it's not good. You can't really see how bad it is on here. The layering's not great. The overhangs are horrible, and it prints on a raft. So it printed like this on a raft. But yeah, it's pretty rough, but hey, that's what it was like, what, 5 or 6 years ago? SK, how much does PET G to stick to the copper nozzles? I don't have a way to quantify that. It sticks less than a brass nozzle because it's got the coating on it. Basically, if you think about like how you have a pan with like a non-stick coating, it's going to make it harder for stuff to stick to it. Stuff will still stick to it, but it's going to make it harder. Whereas like brass, that's just brass. There's no coating on it. So how did I get the raft off? I use a pair of pliers and peeled it off. But yeah, I mean, look at the bottom of the print. It's pretty grody. Yeah. So, Comet wants to pet. Yeah, he always wants to be pet. So, all right, let's see. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and close up the questions here. We're going to go ahead and do the giveaway because I remembered this time. And we're going to go ahead and set the timer for 2 minutes. I'm going to open the giveaway, and the entry code is going to be bed cement. So exclamation point bed cement. So if you want to enter for the $25 gift card, go ahead and type exclamation point bed cement into the chat. Hey, dogs, you guys want a treat? Hi, doofuses. Hi, doofuses. Hi. Who's the best boy? Remo, are you the best boy? Yeah. Comet, do you know how to speak? I know you do. Do you know how to speak yet? Oof. Come on, Comet. No, you don't know how to speak yet? All right, I got 2 for each of you. 2 for each, okay? Do not try to take that out of my hand. We have better manners than that, sir. Sit. Shake. Sit. Comet, sit. They can't see you. Come here, Comet. Come here. Comet, they can't see you. They want to see your dumb face. Come here. Sit. Sit. Get out of the way, you kid. Come here. Sit. Shake. Shake. Good boy. Remo, sit. Speak. Woof. Shake. Sit. Touch. There you go. Comet, do you want your second one? Come here. You go away. Comet, come here. Sit. Shake. Good boy. There we go. No, it's supposed to be exclamation point bed cement, not Q. All right, I think the countdown is done. Hang on, I'm going back to giveaway. There we go. All right, we're gonna see who won the $25 gift card. And hey, it's Scotty. Scott, congratulations, sir. Hell yeah. Scott, are you in here? Hello, Scotty. Is Scott even in here, or was that left over from last stream? Because I realized I forgot to reset it. Scott, are you in here? Bueller. I don't see him typing in here. Well, here, I'm still gonna send Scott a gift card, but I forgot to clear it, so I'm gonna send him one, but we're gonna do another one. How's that? So I'm gonna reset, and then we're gonna do it again. So I'm gonna send Scott. He's gonna be wondering why he's getting a gift card. I always forget. So the way the system works is like you have to hit reset, and then it like will it'll clear out the list, and it saves it from stream to stream, and I forgot about that. So we're gonna go ahead and send Scott one. So do bed cement again, and we'll do another one so that we have people here. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna send Scott a $25 gift card because we like Scott. Scott's an awesome dude. And if you guys want, because I have our site up right now to issue the gift cards. If you win and you have an existing order, just post your existing order in the chat, and I can pull up your email from that. So I can do it like right now, live. We'll do it live. I just got to pull up Scott's here. Okay, we got 50 seconds left. Trying to find Scott's email. I think it's his Thinky Head email. 30 seconds. The dogs are like, guys. Remo, can you stop pacing, please? I hate it when he paces. Drives me nuts. All right, I got Scott's gift card entered. And then I'm going to enter in whoever else wins. So we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the giveaway is closed. And who won? Mike V. Mike V. Mike, I'm pretty sure you're a customer. You got an existing order number I can pull your email up for? I do not want you to put your email in the chat. Mike. Mike. Hey. Do you have an existing order number I can pull up to get your email real quick? I'm in the system. Okay, I'll wait for your order number. Then we'll wrap the stream up. Because I'll pull your email from a previous order number. And it doesn't matter if you share an order number. Hold on. Oh, there we go. All right, sir. I got you here. Let's see. Yep. Is that Mike? Yep. I got you, bro. I will put it in right now. Waiting. All right. Well, I'm going to make a job posting. I'm going to make the SVO6 plus Easy ABL page. And then if you guys come back tomorrow, I will schedule the stream. I got to figure out what time. But tomorrow I'll be doing the stream, doing the Easy Neos and the Easy ABL on the SVO6. Again, if you want to put the lighting on your SVO6, you're going to have to change the board out. You can use any board you like, but the easiest way is going to be doing the V2. Any board, I mean any STM32 board. Because they used the knockoff processors, they will not work with the NeoPixel libraries. So anyways, I think though someone, and I haven't tested this, I know, Backwards Tinker, are you still here? I know you can run Clipper on the stock board, and I think Clipper probably would work with it, but in terms of Unified 2 with Marlin, the NeoPixel library, when you compile the firmware, does not support the Maple environment, which is what that knockoff chip uses. So, Mike, you should have your gift card. I just processed that order. You should have that any second now. It just sent it out. I just got my confirmation email that I put it in. So you should have one too. So anyways, hey dogs, do you want to go outside? Do you guys want to go outside? Do you see the head tilt? Do you want to go outside? Remo, do you want to go outside? You're a cute little stupid head. Do you want to go outside, Remo? Is Remo like going outside? You gonna go chase Comet? Are you gonna go chase Comet? Hi. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I gotta go pet Comet now. So I'm gonna let you out, okay? Chill. Chill. We gotta say bye to everybody. All right. Bye, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye.